Day 254, we've made a considerable amount of progress. We also need a haircut. My haircut looks like it's from Roblox. What a Roblox haircut. Okay. So, what we did today, went on a morning run, made a couple phone calls, and yeah, we got our pipeline is actually getting some volume. And slowly but surely, not slowly, actually drastically, our system, at least for the lead sourcing and enrichment, it is good to go. It'll go live tomorrow. I just need to stub a couple of functions while I finish those functions, but I'm gonna stub them and just make them functionless so that the rest of the system can work and proceed, and then I'll just leave ChatGPT to handle the rest. So what that does mean is I save a lot of time with lead sourcing and all those other workflows, and instead most of the time gets spent on the more basic tasks. Well, not basic, but a lot of the tasks get cut in half, so that's great. Once that's I'm excited for when that's fully live and running, and I can just spend time iterating and improving the system. In the meanwhile, while we do that, we also have to, I guess, handle some, and yeah, not much else to say. Today's been a very frustrating day. Very, very frustrating. It took us a while to make our thing, just did not go up my way initially, but we made it work in the end. We got there. It was very frustrating. But yeah, we made our LinkedIn content for the week. We'll just post it and we're good. That takes legit like 30 minutes now. It's a lot faster, but obviously one thing we're not doing well enough is the iteration. Now, it's not a huge priority, the LinkedIn content, because admittedly it's just not the focus, and so not having consistent iterations of it is not much of concern for me, just because I don't even expect any inbound volume to ever come from there. I'm just being realistic. It's just not the way to go. It's not scalable given my current approach and current investments. I mean, yeah, it's a little scalable, but it's just not the way to go. But with the current approach, focusing on volume, we're ramping up these number of messages sent. It's a bit inconsistent right now because I'm still manually warming up the inboxes, and I've been manually sending the outreach messages, which means that, you know, so a couple of inboxes, one or two inboxes might be not as warm as they should be, so it might delay me by a couple days or so with the ramp up. Aside from that, you know, great. I'll call it a great day, a successful day. Relatively, I'll take it. Take the win. It's been pretty sucky, but it's also been good. I'll see the bright side of it. I'm not gonna think, oh, what a sucky day, even though a lot of things went horribly wrong and didn't go my way. You know, I'm not gonna think, oh, today was sucky, didn't suck. You know, it's just, yeah, it's just another day in the office. But honestly, learning experience, I learned a lot of valuable lessons. Maybe not, I guess, super valuable, but I learned from today. So that's why I'm not mad, honestly. I'm only seeing the positive of it. Like, I don't even bitching about how today went. I didn't bitch at all today. Just like, yeah, it sucked, but we just went along, kept going. And honestly, I didn't like let it. Obviously, it did affect me a bit, but I just got over it. So I'm glad. I'm not struggling with any like negative emotions, or just, well, maybe not, but like I'm not struggling per se with a negative mindset. That's the right word. A negative mindset. I don't have a negative mindset at all. My outlook is generally really positive and very optimistic, and that's surprising given I used to be quite pessimistic and very, yeah, very pessimistic. But when you have ambitions, there's no room for pessimism when you have only hope. Sorry, not hope, but when you're always hoping for better or aiming high, you can't be pessimistic. Because when you're pessimistic, you just put yourself down there. You put everything down below what it can be. Because you're always aiming lower. You're expecting lower. And I'm like, okay, why don't you just aim high and hope for the best and just give it your all? Like, that is the way to go. And it's way more fun that way. Trust me, it's way more fun. And speaking of, yeah, I had spent a moment, just walking around, just having a think about the long-term vision. I really see it very clearly what the long-term vision is, and I'm taking step by step, trying to get to there. Eventually, but I know what it is. But things can change, so it's not worth like saying it out here per se, because it can vary. What I imagined just now, just today, or this week might be slightly different or very different to what actually happens in a year, 6 months, 18 months. It could go amazing, it could go horribly wrong, it could be just as good, but it'll be different. So, equally as good as what I expected, but in a different way. I never know. So, but obviously, I do have a picture of where I want to be, what I want to build, and where I want to take this project. So, that being said, I'm gonna go to bed. Have a good night. Bye bye.